Mark Moda says, cool, a Woodscopes parody show. Don't forget Mark Moda. If we were doing a Woodscopes parody show, there would be no show on because he never broadcasts anymore.
If this was a Woodscopes parody show, Frank, we wouldn't have read that comment. So come on.
Totally inappropriate.
Goddamn shoes. Yeah. Or he got blown off the toilet.
Goddamn shoes.
This is like the new flatulence show. Balance.
Shit, I'm guessing.
Balance.
All right, my guess is in. What are you guys guessing? What happened to this bathroom? Bacon is guessing poop.
Here we are. It is the water hole with Hedstrom Bacon and Horse.
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. Ryan, thanks for letting me fill in. And yeah, it's good to be here.
Here's your some asshole with a goatee. Of course, you're gonna see it with the audience. Contents: one fucking shit fuck with a goatee. Seriously, just shave the shit off. This. You're gonna catch it on the delay, obviously. This is a live gooey duck clam. Watch this.
不准笑！喷水了。
So she's gonna dip it in some sauce. It's alive.
辣椒油。
Live. We'll do it
辣椒
live.
面。
She's putting whatever.
一样都不能少，不拼，老铁是不会给我双击的。
Here it goes. And she's gonna bite into this thing. That's suggestive. It's the water hole. And that's not Rhino.
No, it's not Rhino.
That's Frank and Boise. He's like trading us up.
You know what? He was actually on the Outlaws and Potato. He was Rhino, the sports guy segment on my show. Like he did it twice and then fucking blew me off. He goes, you know what? There's better out there. He's doing the same thing to everybody.
He uses us up, gets to where he wants to go next, and then he tosses us aside like a used condom. So, the elephant in the room. No, not you. Not you. No. I longed to get rid of my huge boobs. I longed to get rid of my huge boobs until they paid off my family's 130 pounds debt. Amy Sophia, 27, felt uncomfortable with the looks she got from strangers for her larger chest and was desperately trying to raise cash for a breast reduction when she had a change of heart. With size 34 double H. You know what double H stands for? Haunted horse. 34 double H, right there. Haunted horse boobs. 34 double H boobs. She turned to OnlyFans for extra cash. But as she grew in popularity, Amy started to see her larger chest in a different light. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. You think? Holy crap, look at this. There's the pictures. Holy crap!
Hey guys. We are right in that prime position where we can get horse to say anything, and it'll be a sound drop forever. Which way we want to go?
Pretty much, yeah.
Hey, he's losing his mind right now.
Oh my God.
He just lost his mind.
Grandpa! Idiot. All right.
Hi, Jim.
Everybody, Jimmy Indiana. Look at this. There he is. There's the man. There's the man that invented the 12 by 12 challenge.
Hold on.
Audience
I'm gonna be the voice of. I'm gonna be the voice of God for this one here.
Yes. The voice of God returns.
Sent mail inbox pending drafts. Wait, maybe I drafted one, didn't send it. No, all women. Katie, Kelly, Katie 2. So I had a Katie 1 and a Katie 2.
All right.
Melody. Yeah. I was quite the player when I had this phone. I'd be all, hey, baby. There was no iPhone yet, so you go, hey, baby, look at this. Woo! A flip phone. Look at me. Ho, ho, ho. I'm sorry. I'm out of here. Rhino and Horse are a couple of dorks who want to have a show. Will anybody ever watch it? The answer is probably no. They thought up a really stupid name. They call it the water hole, where everybody thinks they're lame. And they're always sad they came. You wanna be where you can see Rhino and Horse act lame. You wanna be where everybody's sad they came. You wanna be where you can see Rhino and Horse act lame. You wanna be where everybody's sad they came.
Hello. 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 Hello.
What's up, everyone?
Hello.
Oh, there's more.
Zip.
There was one more. Oops. What's up, everyone? Who is first? Adam's first. Adam is first. Oh!
Boom.
I have not set the buttons up. They are set for Haunted Horse. I need to make a couple of clicky clickies here. So there's the water hole for that one. 3 decks, 3 changes. There's the water hole for that one. And there's the water hole for that one. Now we can go.
You won!
That's all you're getting. 1-1. Adam, you're only getting 1, you won. Burn Dog second,
So
like
you
usual.
get nothing. You lose.
Good
Good day,
You get the
sir.
full one of that. Because that whole drop is my favorite. It's a total undressing of somebody. Dressed down. Undressing, dressed down.
That's
So you
almost
get
a
nothing.
replay.
You lose. Good day, sir. Basically dismissing him.
Pretty much.
Undressing him. Ryan Wade
Like I
update.
said, almost a replay.
Ryan Wade update. That's Burn Dog wants to know. Did you weigh yourself when you got home?
I didn't need to. All of my stuff fit the same. In fact, maybe a little looser.
Oh, sure. All his clothes fit the same. He didn't gain any weight. All right.
I
all
don't
right.
think I did.
We're gonna play that game.
We did a lot of walking. Number one, we were doing active stuff. We really, I mean, yeah, we didn't eat healthy, but we didn't eat a ton
You
either.
didn't. Kringles. All right, so I've heard you describe this on various shows. Describe it on this show. What's a Kringle again?
It is a giant cronut that is like stuffed with the one that I tried had pecans, and I'm not talking like little pieces of pecans. They are like massive whole pecans throughout the entire thing. And
Big
it has
chunks.
caramel and yeah, it's
The one that sounded the one that I'm jealous that I didn't get to try. When you say caramel, I love caramel apples.
I think I posted one on my X. Did I not?
Well, I can't eat it.
Oh, okay.
Seeing it and eating it are two different things.
But you know what surprised me is I think it was 12 Wood that walked in with them. The sheer size of them. I thought it was
Yes.
going to be like a dozen Kringles. No, you just get one big ass Kringle.
Yeah, you do. One
So-
big ass. I call BS signed Ryan's backs. Darren's
No,
saying you have lots of backs. Folds.
I don't.
think is
I
what he's
don't
saying.
have lots of backs, but I hurt my calf before the show.
Yeah, we
So
gotta.
Maybe I did put weight on.
Yeah, his calf popped. So that doesn't sound good. By the way, Jay's here.
No, God!
Jay's in the chat.
No!
What up,
God,
Jay?
Please, no! No!
Jay's here.
No!
Jay's in the chat. All right. Let's see. Anyway, we're lack of energy. I just came inside. hopped in the shower because I was soaked. I had 2 weeks ago, we had some thunderstorms move through, and I didn't hear it happen, but I went out the next day, and in the backyard, a huge branch, like this big around, off of a maple tree snapped and landed in the yard. And then in the front, we have a some kind of willow tree, and it had a big branch snap in half. So my chainsaw had to rechain it and everything else. So I put it off, and I just went out and chopped them all up. So
you get the syrup out of it?
No syrup.
Why not?
No sap, syrup, shit. I don't know if it's a maple. I'm not a good tree guy. It's the one. It could be alder. I don't know. It's the one with the little whirlybird seeds that come down, and they're like helicopters. Is that a maple?
Whirlybird sleeves?
So
like
so the seed
yes.
has a little fin on it, and when they fall, they twirl. They whirlybird. It's so that they fly away from the tree and they grow away. That's how it spreads. And they're little helicopters that fly down out of the air, whatever that is.
Interesting.
Pecan. Well, there's no nuts on it.
Well, we have these big. Go get that bacon when you see the replay. But we have a tree in the front yard. I think it's a giant oak. You've seen it.
Lots of oak trees down there.
Yeah, it drops like these when it's out of season.
Acorns.
These like huge. No, not acorns. They're like, we call them pika-pikas, but you know, like sometimes like in dry grass, you'll have like the little balls with spikes, right?
Yeah, I know what those are. That drops from an oak?
These are like ones that are
that
big.
They're the size of a ping pong ball, and they got spikes all over them.
Yes.
That drops from an oak?
I don't know if it's an oak or not.
I don't think it's an oak. I think oaks are acorns.
So, well, then it's not an oak.
I don't know what that is, but you know what else you have a lot of down there? Because we had one in our yard when I lived down there. Walnuts. Lots of walnut trees. I have a walnut tree in my yard, and we got squirrels, and they're constantly shelling I have walnut shells, and I just blew off Jim Everett. It says 12 wood. I just blew off the driveway, and it'll be full of walnut shells tomorrow. Weeping willow. It's not a weeping willow. It's a weird ass willow. It's not a weeping willow. It's got curly leaves on it, but it is in that family.
Is your pumpkin okay?
So I've got 4 pumpkins going. The biggest one, it's been gnawed on by the squirrels. I think it's gonna rot where they gnawed on it. They were trying to eat it. The other 2 are almost orange enough where I'm going to pull them in. I think they're sugar pumpkins. I don't know if I'm going to carve them or bake with them. So anyway, I need new pictures. We both have low energy.
Well, my calf.
Your
right
calf.
now,
I
dude.
know. Man, coming home from work, I had to cut the grass. It's going to rain tomorrow. And then I'm like, I got to chop these branches. It's going to be a mess when they're wet. So I'm like, and then I had to get in the fucking shower, pardon my language, and I had to clean up. There's no way I could go. I had you know, when you chainsaw, you get all that wood chips flying in your face.
Yeah.
And so it would have looked like I had a major dandruff problem if I didn't shower first. So
you would have looked like a proper lumberjack.
Hey, if you live in Oregon, you need to know how to use a chainsaw. So it's part of what you do.
Do you remember when Elk Grove had a lumberjack?
A lumberjack statue?
No, it was the only hardware store. I think they were just at Home Depots.
You know what? Those were a chain.
Yeah.
I remember going to Lumberjack down there. My dad would take me, and he'd have to get whatever he had to get. And you know what my favorite thing at Lumberjack was? It's a 6-year-old kid speaking.
What?
They had, in the spring, they had live ladybugs, a big thing, and it had mesh, so you could see in there, and they could live. And you could buy like 200 ladybugs, and you put them in your garden, and they eat the aphids and everything else. And I used to go over and I always wanted to buy them, and they're like, no, we don't need them. We don't have a garden. It's like, I want to buy them. Yeah, live ladybugs.
Nice. There you go.
7-Eleven
probably
says he's hauling 65,000 pounds of wood chips. Holy shit. That's a lot of wood chips.
that is a lot of wood chips. I'm probably low energy though because of the vacation, not because it took it out of me. It was just so relaxing. Like
relaxed.
Hands down, the best vacation outside of like anything with my family that I've ever been on. And I used to do boys trips every New Year's after college. This is the best one I've ever been on.
Really? See, I didn't
100%.
think it looked like you guys had that much fun.
100% was the best that I have been on since college.
Interesting. I know what you look like when you're sleeping because someone filmed you.
Yeah, dude, I'm not like the youngins. Remember, I'm 40 years
You were
old.
napping
I
it out
passed the
during a
fuck
football.
out,
It was
dude.
during a football game. Which game was that? Was that Thursday night?
Probably. I passed, dude.
Yeah, you were sawing logs.
So here's what I did. The other guys ate at the Lorelei. I'm like, hell no. I'm gonna get a proper dinner plate. They got like sandwiches and stuff. I got a proper plate, like a German plate. It had a couple of different brats on there. It
At the
came with
Lorelei?
German-
At the Lorelei.
Yeah, see-
What'd they
yep,
eat then?
came
What did they eat?
sandwiches, burgers.
Okay, so they ate sandwiches and burgers, and you're like, no, I want to have a meal.
I wanted to try the proper German meal from the Lorelei,
Got it.
and oh my gosh, it was freaking incredible. The German potato salad, the fried potato cakes, the brats, the mustard. Oh, God, I would fly to Wisco to get that again, just on its own.
You know, Elvis Presley used to fly. I think there's a story he flew to Colorado to get a peanut butter banana sandwich, and I guess they fried it and everything.
Stupid. That's just stupid.
Yeah, well, he had a private
peanut
jet.
butter
You know, he
and
keeps
banana
a private
sandwich.
jet.
I get it, but a peanut butter and banana sandwich is a peanut butter and banana sandwich anywhere.
Well, you know, he died of being fat and doing drugs, but also
I
being.
thought it was drugs.
Well, he was fat. I think he died of both. I think the rumor is, whether it's, you know, true or not, he died while he was sitting on the toilet and just expired.
I'm not gonna say who it was, but there was somebody from the group that tried to put food in my mouth while I was sleeping.
You know what? That's the thing. That's the thing. I don't mind going on vacation with a bunch of dudes. I don't like to sleep in the same building because I'm 55 years old and people don't grow up. And then you end up waking up with a magic marker on your face or some shit.
Okay. See, now that's where you got it wrong. We were disciplined. There was no pranks like that. This was out of a place of care. It's called a runza, I guess. And they were going to be all gone. So they didn't want me to miss out on it.
But while you're sleeping?
They're like, open up. And apparently I did. And I woke up the next morning and I had like a little piece of ground beef in my mouth. I'm like, what the? And I
Wait a minute here. Whoa. You're asleep.
Yes.
They go, open your mouth, and they shove something in it, and then you woke up the next morning with beef in your mouth.
I guess so.
You're a more trusting person than me. If someone says, open your mouth while I'm sleeping, I'm going, what?
Yeah.
No way.
Here comes all this stuff. Big sausages.
Yeah, right.
No,
Aaron in Seattle. Look at the people that came out.
Welcome to the party, pal.
You fished people out that were lurking on the show. As soon as they heard that, they're like, whoa, what was that?
There was plenty of opportunities for people to mess with each other, and it did not happen.
Well, all right. Well, that's good to know. It's good to know. Old Trapper, Wang, Dong.
Just saying. So I don't quite remember what the runza tasted
Or a
like,
wiener in your mouth. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't remember what it tasted like.
Nope, I do not. But dude, there's just so many different things out there.
Marco
Like, even-
says, welcome to the sausage party, pal.
Yeah, there you
Marco.
go.
That's great.
They just there's so many different things that are just so much better there. And it's not like out of imagination, like, oh, this is supposed to be good here. Like, it just really is. The frozen pizzas there. We did frozen pizzas the first night, and then like throughout the trip, we just kept buying them. It's a brand called Latza Matza. And I actually, the first night, I'm like, no, let's just get Red Baron. I know what Red Baron tastes like. If we're going frozen.
Red Baron?
Give me old, reliable.
Red Baron!
So at least I've had a long day of travel. I'll be satisfied with that. I know what I'm getting. And instead, nope, you got to do the lots of matzahs. And the majority of them were really good, but some of them were a little bit exotic.
Red Baron. That's funny.
You stick to the regulars. Those things were spectacular.
Yeah. Look at look. Life expectancy is different. Now, Mississippi's the worst. I mean, the South is worse. But if you look, you're in California. They attempt to try to be a little healthier there with the food. In Wisconsin, they're just like, you know what? It's winter 8 months out of the year. We're just going to freaking enjoy life, have wonderful food, and die earlier of diabetes. So
I didn't see that many fat people.
Really?
I really didn't. No. Anybody in the chat that was on the trip, tell me if I'm wrong, but I didn't. And Bacon, by the way, learned how to make gnocchi. I think I posted that on social.
I think Bacon sees more fat people at Disney World than he probably does in Wisconsin. Am I right, Bacon?
I just didn't see that many that I can think of.
Yeah. Good. That's good. Well, 8 months of shoveling snow. What stays inside of state of Wisco stays in Wisco. Well,
no, not certain things from that trip.
Bye,
certainly.
Darren. Darren's
Later,
having
Darren.
dinner.
We have strict rules around these things, but certain things we can talk about.
Yes, we can talk about. Bacon says I'm 100% correct, Horse. Yes, there's many fatter people at Disney World than at.
And 9 times out of 10, they're the ones that are on the motorized scooters. Do you know how many fat people I had to fight to get a motorized scooter after I had 2 hip replacements?
Right. Well, yeah.
Like, why do you need that?
Yeah.
Because you had 3 triple cheeseburgers for breakfast?
Yeah.
And then they look at me, why do you need that? You're like 30 years old. I just had 2 hips replaced, one of them a week ago.
I will say this: if you came up and you're like, I need that because I had 2 hip replacements, I'd go, bullshit,
right?
Bullshit. You did not. Now, we've talked about this in the past. At 37, when I had congestive heart failure, I was going into my cardiologist weekly, and I was 37. I was the youngest person in that room by 50 years, easy. Everybody looked at me and thought I was picking someone up until they said, Mr. Hudnall? And I got up and walked in there, and I had someone ask me when I got up, they go, you got a heart problem? I said, I got congestive heart failure. And they're like, and I'm walking, I don't have any oxygen or anything else. Yeah. I mean, it was shocking to people. Wasn't me. I wasn't happy to be there, but yeah, everybody's in there. There's oxygen, and there's a orderly pushing them in. And here I come in. I'm here, see my cardiologist. I got congestive heart failure. What?
Yep.
Yeah, so.
Well, I don't know how Disney, I'm not sure how Disney works because we did. The whole reason my family did Universal a week after my hip replacement was so they could get to the front of the line for Mario World. But
Mario World,
you had to basically apply for this card, and it was completely free, but they had to verify whatever your disability was.
You know what? They changed it in the last 4 months? Mobility issues will not get you a pass anymore. They've gotten rid of it.
Yeah, well, there you go. I mean, to depends on the mobility issue.
No, mobility. They're like, you have a wheelchair, whatever, but you're not cutting the line.
Not if you have a handicap placard, my friend.
Bacon.
Now there's an argument to be made.
It's within the last 3 months that they've changed the policy.
Well, maybe okay. But if you have a handicap placard, then you probably shouldn't be on the rides either, which I wasn't. I think I only went on one ride.
No, they've let you cut the line for like kids with autism that can't stand, with mental conditions, they simply cannot stand in the line. But mobility issues, they've said, you know what? You guys get a wheelchair, you can sit and that is recent.
So we've been through both of those situations, and I understand this is recent. Our trip was a year ago now, and the Liam one was Disneyland. It was much harder with Liam to be able to get any accommodations than it was for me.
Yeah, they've changed. I even read the article before Bacon told me they are getting. They said the mobility thing is being abused too much, so it's out. They basically say, get a wheelchair. We provide all that stuff, but you're not getting moved up. They
don't provide that stuff. You have to rent it.
Updated in May, he said. Yeah. So they have cut down on it. And the only reason I'm bringing it up, I'm not trying to beat you over the head with it. I kind of got shocked by it. I'm like, really? And that was actually in their latest earnings report when all that came out. They're like, we're making changes at the parks and everything else, and it's getting abused, and people are, they're basically going to their doctors and bribing them. They're saying, hey, can you give me a thing so that we can get, whatever. So anyway, it's odd.
That's Disney, though, right?
Disney, yes, the Disney parks.
Don't make no sense.
Doesn't make no sense. Where else was I gonna go with this? The Disney flatulence story is more interesting. Flatulence. All right. Was Disney a farter, apparently? I never liked Mickey Mouse, Jalala Bird. Okay. Where was I gonna go next? So vacation was good. Everything was good. Well, geez, we're at 100 chat. That's good. 524.
Yep. Vacation was incredible.
Anything else on the vacation that we didn't cover that you want to cover? Of course, we live streamed you guys on Wednesday, so
I know
we did the Jim Rome. You did the Jim Rome thing. Anything to brush up on that? I mean, it's been covered.
No, I think how organic that whole thing was really interesting, and for it to jump a week, that's cool.
Has it jumped a week?
Yeah, he made a comment about it, I guess, in the opening on Monday.
Wow, nice. So I know it was in the week that was.
So, and congratulations to anybody on the trip. You might be making your first ever year that was. There's no way that's not going to be on there.
Oh, it'll be on the year that was. Yeah, year in review. It'll be.
Year in review.
It will be.
There you go.
Okay, where are we going next? Football, anything to talk about? Niners kicked ass last night. That was freaking nice to see. I thought that game was going to be close. I thought we would win. I thought it was going to be within 2 points. And they throttled him. Didn't surprise me Aaron Rodgers was rusty. Like I said, he had a whole year where he didn't play any games. But and this was covered today on the Jim Rome Show, I was shocked that this Jets defense that I've been hearing about all preseason and everything else, the Jets defense, they're going to be a top-ranked, top 3 defense, whatever, wasn't a problem for the Niners. Now, the Niners had a great game plan, but when they held the ball for 12 minutes.
Here's the thing, brother. Your offensive line will not play that well again the rest of the season. You can chop this up, cut it, save it. They will not play a game that well. Pooney was amazing. Trent Williams was
Pooney was good in
incredible
preseason, too. He got a lot of reps in preseason.
But that Jets defensive line is freaking good. So, in terms of the Jets offense, they didn't take the restrictor plate off of Aaron Rodgers. He pitched the ball more than he handed it off. He threw when he threw, it was quick and it was short drop backs. So I mean, the Jets I think they ran less than half the amount of plays as the Niners.
Yeah, well, there was that one drive. We had the ball for 12 fucking minutes. Pardon my language.
The following program is intended for mature audiences.
A 12-minute drive, and it's like, if you're gonna hold the ball for 12 minutes, I mean, you're not gonna let Aaron Rodgers carve you up. So
Yep.
It burnt my beard, says Jan Humboldt. I'll video the next one. What burnt your beard? See, when I get behind in the chat, I don't know what he's talking about. Any singed butt hairs? What the hell are you people talking about?
That's totally inappropriate. It's lewd, lascivious, salacious, outrageous.
We got lots of stories to get to.
Are you not going to talk about your thing?
My thing's fine.
Don't make no sense.
Which thing? I've got lots of things going on.
The game was extra good to you.
Oh, last night. Yeah. I'll cover it really quick. I talked about it on Twitter. I posted my wins on Twitter. Yeah, since Thursday, I'll just give the grand total. I've made $345 betting. I've won some big bets. Yeah. Last night I made $310. So last night, yeah, that was nice. So I saw the downgrade. Christian McCaffrey yesterday was on the downgrade list, as Jim Rome would say. And I saw that. And I already thought he wasn't going to start the full game because he had that calf injury, and they've been talking about it all last week. So I picked up, I can't even remember the guy's name.
Jordan Mason.
Jordan Mason. Thank you. I was going to say Maroney. What? Jordan Mason. I made several bets yesterday when he was still high in the odds, plus 650 to get a touchdown.
Was smart. That was very
well.
smart.
I just thought he would get some garbage time at the end, and I thought that dude is gonna. I saw the dude is a stud. I saw that. That didn't surprise me. The 140 yards and a touchdown. It only surprised me because he started, but I thought he would get about 35, 40 yards, might break one and get a touchdown. So I was all over that.
See, I thought he would, if he got all the work, I thought he would have probably the same night Christian McCaffrey would. I even said on the show last night, or before the game, I didn't think McCaffrey was playing, and if I was the Niners, I wouldn't play him. So, yeah.
I wouldn't have either.
Just the way that their offensive line was, the fact that Trent Williams had fresh legs, it just made sense.
I
Cooney
told you
came
him
in
holding out
really
a
well.
training camp was actually a good thing. I thought.
Well,
36 years old. Now he needed an IV.
Yes, there you go.
But I think he got a little dinged up last year, and I think the less reps on that body, put him in for games. Put him in for games only. By the way, I saw Cindy in here. I got to give her.
Hi, Cindy. Oh, you. It's so good to see you again.
I got to wave because.
By the way, Trent Williams, could you ask him not to skip leg day? Have you looked at? Did you watch him walk into the locker room last night?
Does he have
dude is massive up top, and he's got little chicken legs
Does
below.
He?
Dude
wow.
needs to hit some. Dude, or at least maybe the pants he was wearing made it look that way. Dude needs to not skip leg day, especially at that position.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And your boy Ayuk practicing in the offseason by catching balls through a tree.
Well, I knew that was going to be a problem. I was not happy with, because a receiver's timing. Trent Williams doesn't need timing. He's a veteran, 36 years old. He doesn't need time. He's played within that system for years. But Ayuk, you know what? They kept showing the camera on him, and he looked disgusted. Gassed. I'm glad. That dude should be embarrassed.
He looked gassed, and he had no pop whatsoever.
Yeah.
Whatsoever.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck him. And he's on my team. That pisses me off. What pisses me off the most is he got the same deal they offered him in July. He held out for nothing.
Okay, do you know what the story is, though?
I
know.
Let me tell you my story and tell you if I'm right or wrong. He asked to be traded. They let him go out and look. He had 3 teams interested. He didn't want to go to the Patriots. He didn't want to go to, I think the Browns were another option. And Pittsburgh was the one he said that he would consider and go to. Trade, blah, 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 blah. Pittsburgh, I believe, only offered him $27 million. He couldn't get that to change. Then they finally said, hey, we got to trade. This was Friday, I believe, or Thursday or something. We've got a trade in place with Pittsburgh. After practice, you need to give us an answer. Otherwise, we're going to pull the trigger. After practice is up, they go, are you going to stay or are you going to go? He goes, I want to stay here. I'll take the deal you offered me in July.
98% right. The trade was done, basically. And Ayuk showed up at the facility, was told that he had been traded, and he went and sought out Kyle Shanahan, who didn't want any part of it.
Right.
And
it's not his job.
He was already moving on with his day. And that's, he shook the nest. And that's when they said, all right, you can have till the end of practice, but we need to know. And
so he was traded, and then he came back and said, please don't trade me. Please don't trade me. I want to stay.
He was told that he had been traded.
Yeah, I didn't hear that.
For whatever that means. Now, if a trade has happened and it's signed off on, or at least the teams have agreed,
it was probably an agreement, but not official.
Yes, it was the teams.
I was told they hung up the phone and said, "We will get back to you. We will call you back." I heard it was done, but not
true too. But what I'm telling you is, Brandon Ayuk was told he was traded.
Wow, maybe that's what he needed to hear. We're done. There's no more games. We're not going to negotiate.
It wasn't the same deal as in July, because they came up to 30.
Did they? I thought it was 30 in July.
No.
Are you sure it wasn't 30 and they just restructured how much guaranteed money was on there?
I'm pretty sure it was like 28.9. That was the initial offer, and then they inched up.
All right.
But there's so much different stories.
Well, that's the thing. It's called saving face. Ayuk and his agent are going to have their version. The Niners are going to have their version, and somewhere in the middle, it's probably the truth. Because they don't want to look bad. It makes him look bad if he's like, it's the same deal in July and he finally took it. It makes him look like an idiot. And then it makes the Niners look like an idiot if they finally came up at the end. It's like, why didn't you do that earlier and get him into camp? So
there's things that even when you hold out, especially as a receiver, that are acceptable. Timing issues, right? With the quarterback, acceptable. You understand why those are off. Conditioning, not acceptable.
I loved how Peyton Manning lit him up last night. Because you need to get your ass in camp. That's what happens when you're not in camp. You drop that shit. That was awesome. Okay, wait. Margot says, I love hearing West Coast local news. We never hear the inside over in East Coast. I may drop the drama queen in fantasy football. Interesting.
No, don't
so
do
she's
that,
talking
Margo.
about Ayuk. I wouldn't drop him because he's only going to get better.
If you're going to drop him, trade him. But
he's going to get.
He's going to get better.
He's going to get better. The timing will come back. He dropped a lot of balls his rookie season. I mean,
Here's the other thing. You run Debo like you ran him last night. He's not making it through a full season.
Well, I don't think they're going to have to run him like they did last night. I think
that ain't going to fly.
Yeah, no. I think that Mason Unseen, they had some trick plays in there, but once they saw that they've got a stud as a backup, they don't need to run him. Real quick, this is speaking of fantasy. This is week 1. I've seen this happen a lot. I've been playing fantasy since 2001. Don't make major moves. Liz wanted to drop Jamar Chase. Don't make knee-jerk moves based on 1 week of football. Don't trade for guys that had exceptional games. We're sitting on someone's bench and you're like, I want that guy. There's a lot of 1 week wonders that have happened. There's a lot of studs like St. Brown, cost me money. Would have had another couple $100 if he would have got a touchdown. Don't make knee-jerk reactions in fantasy. Hold at least for another week and see what's up.
Everybody within the sound of my voice, listen to what I am about to say. This last Sunday in the NFL, average passing yards and average team offensive yards were at the lowest they have been in 20 years. Traditionally, it's a little slow coming out of the gate, especially if you're the guys that did not play in the preseason. That will not continue. Listen to what Horse said too.
Yeah.
Hold
Defenses
tight.
are
Like,
always ahead of offenses in week
20
1.
years. That's insane for both of those statistics.
They don't want what happened to Michael Vick, where he got injured out for the year in preseason. They don't want their stars injured. They got rid of a preseason game. We went from 4 to 3. They are not practicing like they used to. They know it's a 17-game season, one extra game. They know that they've got to pull some of the pounding off of their bodies, and they're doing it in preseason. They're not getting the reps that they get. So
now,
the timing is off.
The one exception to the rule, Deshaun Watson, dump that scab. He's done.
Yeah, he's done, and he's got more legal problems. And Cleveland got fleeced. They just got fleeced. They got fleeced.
Yeah,
Cleveland.
but you know what? Every other quarterback in the NFL should be thanking him because Dak Prescott got 231 guaranteed.
Oh yeah, Kirk Cousins,
if Watson
off of an
get
Achilles,
that guaranteed.
Yeah. Oh, he raised the rates of, and Purdy's going to get his. Margo says,
by
"Fuck
the way,
Michael Vick. I'd rather not."
This new story, this new lawsuit that was filed, it's the worst of the bunch.
I heard it was the worst. I don't know the details, but I heard, yeah, it's the worst.
The
one.
NFL is already investigating.
Right.
So,
so since it sounds like you might know more than me, is this something that happened a couple of years ago and it's just coming to the light of day, or has this happened recently?
It happened. No, it happened in the same time period while he was in Houston. I'm not going to go into the details of it.
But okay, so it's in that cluster. Because I'm thinking, if he's stupid enough to still be doing this, what a moron. But he did it back.
This is undoubtedly sexual assault, if it's true. And I'm not talking about like pat on the ass sexual assault.
Yeah.
This is full out assault,
Yeah.
if it's true.
Yeah. Well, hopefully he's done. He's not a good dude, so hopefully he's done. Get him out of here. But yeah, Cleveland's a mess. What a hot mess. But you know what? It is what it is. Hey, LeBron gave him a championship, so you know they've got something.
The Guardians have been good. So
Guardians,
they
yeah.
got that
You
too.
know what? I have forgotten about baseball. Once the Giants were eliminated, I went totally. I don't even know. Honestly, in my mind, baseball has already ended. They've already had the World Series. I forgot it's still going on. Not kidding. And I don't bet on baseball. I don't know it that well. So I once NFL is over, I don't bet anymore. I don't bet baseball, hockey, or NBA. I shouldn't say that. Every once in a while, I'll get a free bet and I'll bet on the NBA, but I don't put money at it. Once a predator, always a predator. Right. He met a woman for a date a number of years ago and treated her like the massage staff, allegedly. Yeah. What's up? Oh, Margo wants. This is directed to. This one's directed to. Who are we talking about? Deshaun Watson.
What's up, pig?
You dirty pig!
Yeah, he's a pig. All right. I don't want to go in the Tyreek thing. It's unfortunate. I think everyone's at fault on that one, unless you want to check in on it, but it's kind of been talked about. We'll see what happens.
It's different than the Scotty Scheffler situation. It's 100%.
It is different because he antagonized a little more mouthy, but not mouthy enough to. I don't think his attitude was the problem. I think the problem was he had the window up, and if you have tinted windows and the window's up, but his mouth didn't help. Look, I know I don't, like Jim said, I don't know what it's like to be black and pulled over by the police. I've heard too many stories to think that nothing happens. I know that there's a different set of conduct and rules. That said, I've been pulled over when I know I'm not wrong and I still go, yes, sir, no, sir, because I have no power in the situation.
In the day and age that we are living in, especially with social media, I don't care if you are purple, yellow, or green. If you have had your window down already and communicated with the officers and you roll a window up that is tinted without their permission, you are being pulled out of the car.
Yeah.
Period. End of story.
And if Scotty Scheffler would have rolled up his window, he wouldn't have been suing them. They would have said, dude rolled up his window. We thought he might drive away. Yeah. There's fault in all. There was a lot of excessiveness, though. I think he made them mad, and they were going to get their payback. And the whole handcuff face down on the ground, that's a little too much. For the escalation was more than what was.
Well, he's not a big dude.
No, he's not. He's not. So he's short. He's muscular.
Okay, so the part, and I've not watched it start to finish, but the part that caught my eye the most was after he was already brought up from the ground and he's standing by the curb, and I don't know if the officer's asking him to sit down, but the officer comes sprinting in and he is about to just push him down, like butt on the curb. And Tyreek's like, I just had knee surgery. I heard it. I didn't see it. I got to watch the entire thing. Because you know how stuff gets cut up. Right. Aaron Rodgers, for heaven's sakes, they cut up 2 seconds of him looking over from Nathaniel Hackett, looking down. And then they said, oh, is there a problem with Nathaniel Hackett? They didn't include the fact that Tyrod Taylor sitting next to him, that Aaron Rodgers has a Surface tablet in his lap, and he had just looked at Nathaniel Hackett. So that's why you got to see everything.
Hey, BJ's here. What's up, BJ? How's it going?
The Canadian geese thing. Apparently that's AI. So who knows these days?
BJ is here. He's probably wondering where your 2:00 show was. You want to pimp something for later? Are you going to do that later?
Yeah, I already pre-taped with Jerry.
Have you announced it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's up on
Jerry
there.
Reynolds.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock, Jerry Reynolds and Ryan chopping it up.
At the very least, you're going to get the pre-tape of Jerry and I today. At the very most, probably about 30 minutes of me live, and then the pre-tape.
You mean you're going to go live?
Well, do it live. Fuck it. Do it live.
Maybe.
Well, maybe that's what.
All right.
For the viewer, it's gonna be live regardless.
Right.
I might just not be live.
Right. Got it. You and Jerry Reynolds have already done that. You guys talk football, or is it strictly basketball?
No, it's actually one of the best conversations that we've ever had on a show. We actually talk a little football. We talk Kings, and we talk about Peja Stojakovic. And we talk a really cool stuff about him. You're going to hear some stuff from Jerry that I've never heard. And then we have some fun at the end with the Kings and football players. And so
nice.
It's
good. Cool. Good.
In fact, I'll tell you a secret. If you are subscribed to the Kings Court audio, it's already up there. I uploaded it. So
really? Okay. So the audio's up already. If you want to see the video and the interaction on video, it will be up at 8 p.m. Yes, BJ, 8 p.m. tonight. West Coast Pacific time. Good. And after the show, you can check your calf. We got anything else? I can go to a weird news story. We can get 15 minutes out of one of these. I'll let you pick it. How's that? Unless we have something else we haven't talked about.
No, I think we should get out at 6 on the dot, though.
We'll get out at 6 on the dot. We got 14 minutes to kill, though. You pick the story. Tell me when you want to stop and do it. There's some weird ones, too. So, here's one that I already know what I want. Okay, so here we go. Single men share biggest icks they've spotted on women's Tinder profiles.
No, because they're going to be losers. If
Okay.
they're talking about the biggest icks, they're still
Yeah.
single. All right.
All right,
anyways.
all right, good. Okay. I love having ugly privilege. It makes one part of my life so easy. They have ugly
That's
privilege.
pretty good. That's pretty good. Go ahead.
You want to keep going?
Yeah.
I want a divorce. I'm so creeped out what I found on my wife's camera roll.
No, those are always lame.
Yeah,
Second
they-
one.
All right. What do you call them? Nothing burgers?
Yeah, nothing burgers.
Mind-blowing question will determine whether your partner really knows you. Nah, I don't want to do that one. That sounds stupid. People told to throw their watermelons away if they spot one thing.
Nope, I want the ugly one. I want
Okay,
the
let's
ugly
do this.
privilege.
Let's do this. Yeah, ugly privilege. I've never heard of that before, so I'm intrigued, which is why I saved it.
It is
All right,
the summer of the rat.
From England, The Mirror. I love having ugly privilege. It makes one part of my life so easy.
One ugly motherfucker.
A woman is shining a light on ugly privilege, and she thinks it's a good thing to have. As much as we know that a person's personality matters much more than their appearance, when it comes to making meaningful connections, we can't deny that physical attraction exists. A few years ago, you couldn't go on the internet without hearing the term pretty privilege, which was the idea that conventionally attractive people are given more opportunities as a result of their good looks. Right. It's true. But one woman is now championing the idea of ugly privilege, as she believes there are also some clear plus sides to not being the most attractive person in the room. While she doesn't necessarily think of herself as ugly, well, then how can it be ugly privilege? The woman named Sarah said that, quote, most men, unquote, aren't attracted to her. And this comes with huge bonuses. Sarah explained what ugly privilege means in a TikTok video after she had previously spoken about the topic and been told by commenters that she was pretty. Is this one of those women that goes, oh, I'm so ugly, no one likes me? And everyone's like, no, you're hot. I hate that.
Depends on what the privilege is.
I hate that. All right. Commenters are saying she's pretty, though. I don't like people that go, oh, I'm not good looking when they're like Brad Pitt.
Okay, but what else are you gonna say? Yeah, you are ugly.
Well, you don't say. You just usually it's like you've got a great personality. Usually that's
no. See,
you're
there's
so
no
funny.
in between.
There's
no in between.
All right,
You either
fair
have
enough.
to. Because then it's fake, right?
All right.
Oh, I really like.
But
your
you know what I'm
eyebrows.
saying. You've seen really beautiful people go, I'm not that good looking. Trust me. No one wants to date me. And you're like,
Yes,
you're
I
freaking
can't
Christy
stand
Brinkley. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I can't stand that.
I can't stand it
really,
either.
I really like that split between your chin. Do you use wet wipes or toilet paper?
Right.
Yeah, I get it. So, anyways, all right.
She
what is
thanked
it?
her followers for the kind words in a viral video, but stated that ugly privilege isn't supposed to be a negative phrase. Well, I get that. She said, get to the point, lady. She said, when I say I have ugly privilege, it's not necessarily that I think I'm an ugly individual. That's not what I mean. I've been told plenty of times throughout my life that I'm pretty. I'm already sick of this story. It's dragging. But when I say I have ugly privilege, what I mean by that is men in general don't find me attractive. Yes, we've gone over this point. Quote, for the most part, men think I'm ugly. Okay, here we go. And they leave me alone. And to me, that's a privilege. How do I know men aren't attracted to me? Because they're not flirting with me. They're not hitting on me. They're not trying to get my phone number. They're not asking me out. Men in real life mostly leave me alone. It's very rare that I get male attention in real life. That's what I mean when I say I have ugly privilege. It's privilege of being left alone by men. Now, I have heard very attractive women say it gets exhausting. I don't even want to go get coffee. I don't want to go to the store because I know I'm going to get hit on constantly. I've heard that where they're just like, sometimes I just want to stay home because I don't want to deal with it. Or they try to like put their hair up and wear no makeup and wear frumpy clothing to try to prevent it from happening. I have heard this. Here's what she looks like.
Okay, but were they really that hot?
I mean, look, I the actual example I'm going by is a friend of mine's daughter, and my friend would say they were out to dinner as a family, and guys would come up and ask for her phone number while they're having out to eat. And she used to say that her daughter got hit on. Her daughter was very attractive, and she used to get hit on constantly, and it was and not only that, she had a personality where she was a little introverted, like a little shy, and so it was hard for her because she got a lot of male attention, a lot. So yeah, so
I'm sure it was hard for her.
I'm sure it was, and it's tricky because it is a friend of mine's daughter, so it's like, yes, but. When she would tell me stories of when they were out together or whatever, I mean, guys would be like, hey, can I get your, I know you're having dinner with your family, but can I get your number real quick? I'll leave you alone. I'll call you later. That's awkward. Here's the woman. Okay. I'm not going to say what I'm thinking, but here she is. That's what she looks like. You guys can make your own comments on that. But she's saying men aren't interested in her. She has ugly privilege, and she doesn't have to worry about getting hit on constantly when she goes out in public. So there you go. That's what she looks like.
She's fishing.
What do you mean by that?
She's the exact person that you're talking about to a degree.
You think she's good looking?
No, what I'm saying is she's not like, when I think ugly, like I think about like those dogs where their tongues are hanging out of their mouths and like their hair's going every different direction. She's obviously not that. I mean, I'm not saying she's hot or cute, but she's not like, I don't know.
I wouldn't hit on her. I'm just saying.
Okay, but again, but I'm on the other extreme
all right.
of the spectrum where my
you were
bar
thinking,
is like
you were
ugly.
thinking, yeah. On a scale of 1 to 10, you were thinking a 2, and she's more like...
No, I want to see like a 0.
A 0.
Like
Got it. Okay,
I guess that's not fair, but...
Ryan says she's thirsty.
She's for sure thirsty. Don't you think, Burn Dog?
Burn
she
Dog
looks
says.
thirsty.
She's thirsty. All right. Got it. Okay. All right. Interesting. All right. CM Punk's dog, says Adam.
Yeah, there you go, Adam.
What's
exactly.
CM Punk's dog? Is that an actual dog?
Yeah, it is.
All right. Put her back up. Why, you want her digits, Jay? You're already married. Stop it. All right. Oh, shit. It went to the screen. Gosh. These multiple
She does look
Mars.
like the pepperoni type, though.
What's a pepperoni type? I don't know what that is.
She just looks like the pepperoni type.
Oh, this. Oh man, this thing's going berserk on me. It's on every screen on my freaking feed. There it is. There you go, Jay. There you go. Just for you, Jay. Jalal Bird says wood. 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 There you go.
You like me. You like me. You like me.
Are you guys
like
done?
Me. You like me. You like me.
Are you guys done?
You know who said that they would?
Jalal Bird.
Jalal Bird. Yeah, it's because her mouth is open. Come on, bro.
It's the glasses. So, it got that librarian look. The librarian, you're like, oh, the librarian. They're so quiet. They're
No,
freaky.
I don't know the librarian.
Yeah, the librarian. Nipples like the XR4 Ti member. What was that guy's name?
Exactly.
The Batman. I forget all that.
So somebody in the chat understands.
The pepper. Okay, now I know. I get it. Yeah, large. Ariel. Yeah, got it. Aaron says, "Can we change the topic to the Washington Huskies football team?" Why? Why would I do that? Washington Huskies. Really?
I don't even. What conference are they in now? Are they in like the
Look at this.
ACC?
Look at this. Look at what Aaron's put on my. He's put this on my Twitter feed because he tagged me in it. Here we go. This is our audience for you. And he circled, wore the Oregon State Nittany Beavers laying the wood to Horses Nike State Kooks this weekend.
Nice.
It's the Civil War, and I know we don't call it the Civil. No, it's the Civil War. Oh, but the Civil War was horrible. We're gonna rename. No, it's the Civil War.
By the way, you guys deserve to lose that game,
dude. We are so overrated this year. It's not even
State
funny.
Thoroughly outplayed you.
We're horrible, dude.
What was? No, how do you say his last name? I talked about him on my show.
Dan Lanning?
No, the guy that dropped the ball before he crossed the goal line. That I will never understand. I am still looking for an explanation on why it is cool to drop the ball as close to the goal line as you can when you score a touchdown.
Right.
Like I don't.
The first one that did it
so cool about
that got away with it was Jerry Rice.
This dude only got away with it because his teammate picked up the ball in the end zone. So
funny.
imagine if you had that prop. Imagine if you had that prop bet for a second for a kickoff return, right?
Yeah.
Guess what happens? Dunzo. It's now a 99-yard kickoff return and a 1-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So.
Oregon is going to get destroyed by Ohio State. They are going to beat the shit out of us.
Dude, Taylor Gabriel missed some.
And we're going to lose games before that.
easy
We probably will not be
passes.
ranked by the time we play Ohio State in October. The 2 Idaho teams took us to the brink. It's going to be a long season. So, yeah, they're not focused. They've got their draft class, or not draft class, their recruiting class was top 5. We've got all these 4 or 5 stars.
But what concerned me is you guys got out physical. Like Boise State did to you what the Niners did to the Jets last night.
Yep.
And your kicker, by the way, your kicker can't do anything all game, and he hits a freaking 2-yard chip shot. And this guy's acting like Rudy. We're going to get carried off.
Well, I mean, it's better than losing. He saved their freaking season.
I know, but time and place. That's like the dude that dunks and celebrates with, down 25 with 2 seconds left on the clock.
No, it's not. You just won the game. No, if you're down by 25 and dunk, you've lost.
Okay, but you guys should have won that game by
19 was the spread.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
but you won.
That's what I'm
you
saying.
Still won.
It doesn't matter at that point. It's like
to me it matters. No, a win is a win is a win. I'll take an ugly win over a loss.
I'll take it too, but you don't celebrate it the same way.
Oh, I think you do because they thought they lost the game. For a while they thought we're going to lose. We're going to lose, and to squeak out a win, I'll take it. I disagree on that. I don't mind kids, and they're kids. I don't mind kids celebrating, but we're going to get smoked. We're going to get smoked. All right, 6 o'clock on the. I told you I'd have you out of here. Thanks for coming, everybody. Appreciate it. And we'll be back tomorrow, Wednesday, 5 p.m. for the Waterhole Wednesday. We're out of here later.